Again. Sometimes I think that I would be better off actually just never drinking at all.
Yeah.
Because I would, then I don't think I would ever really struggle to say no. Like once I've gone through a couple of weeks of saying no, it's really easy for me to say no. And I don't feel like I'm missing out on stuff.
Yeah.
But once I get in the mood of like, yeah, I'm planning to do stuff, that's when I feel like I'm missing out.
Did you just lick this before giving it to me?
Yeah.
So I'd like to point out first by telling everyone, hello, welcome to the Uneducated Opinions podcast.
That's not how we do this. You just start talking.
Yep, we did. This is episode 27. We're recording this slightly earlier than we normally record it. We normally record it on a Thursday morning to be released Friday morning.
Yes.
So we have a real quick turnaround.
Yeah.
And generally we're like really behind on everything. And we haven't been drinking for the last couple of months because I've been training for probably one of the biggest competitions of my life, the Arnold Australia, and you've been training for the Down Under CrossFit Championships. So like big deals, and both of us learnt today that some huge spanners have got thrown into the works. My competition was meant to be this week. So I was meant to go to Melbourne, compete, the biggest competition of my life, and then this was going to be like a, hey, how you feeling on the way to this competition?
Yep.
And then you obviously meant to compete in a couple of months.
Yeah.
But I found out today that my competition was cancelled.
This weekend, yeah.
This weekend. So it was cancelled today for this weekend.
Yeah, and mine's been postponed.
And his has been postponed. So
we are going to drink today.
we're going to drink today.
We're going to have a beer. I'm going to open it right now.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, even though it's really, really late, thank you, Adrian. These are beers from you. Cheers.
Yeah, thank you, Adrian Redcarey. He was featured on last week's episode. We're drinking a Hazy DC, which is an Aussie hopped hazy IPA. In the past, I've said that I do not like IPAs.
This is good.
And it's an Australian brewery.
It's good.
It's good. It smells really fruity.
It's very fruity.
Does it taste fruity?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to taste it now.
It's Bolters, which is good. Bolters is a good beer.
This is tasty.
2.4%.
This is 6% alcohol.
Yeah, I told you I have to coach after this.
Oh well, I'll probably stick around because if I go home, I'll just cry.
Are you going to take a hiatus from training for the rest of the week?
No, I want to lead from the front.
Good.
I always tell
Smart,
people
man.
that.
Good.
So I'll probably just do some like bodybuilding today, just to get my mind back into things.
Yep.
Which was what was programmed as my deload anyway. And then I'll reassess my training moving forward. I'll probably try and max out at the end of the week still, because I've put in all the work
To peak for it?
Including like I started cutting weight. I've started doing a whole bunch. I know it doesn't look like it, but I got a haircut.
Should you be drinking beer today then? Or should you have just
I shouldn't.
held out and used your peak for PRs?
I should have, but
Mentally you need the deload now?
I just need to unwind. And this was I was really high strung from all of this no drinking nonsense.
Nonsense, yeah.
Now that it's hindsight, it's nonsense. I'm just going to check that I actually started filming. I did.
You do that regularly.
I know. You know what it is? It's just like I've done it in the Raw Barbell podcast where I've started filming but it stopped, or I forgot to film once.
Yeah.
And I'm terrified.
So now I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Are they going to reschedule?
So in the post that they made, and firstly, I'm not blaming Arnold Australia.
No, there's nothing that could possibly be done.
Yeah, I'm not blaming Stand or Submit or whatever. I think the reason for them that they held off to the last minute was because they were actually trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they were. It seemed that way anyway from all their posts.
So I want to say first off, thanks to them.
Yeah.
If they're not going to listen to this, but if anyone is wondering, they did everything that they could to make it happen. But this coronavirus stuff is
pretty hectic.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
beer is pretty hectic.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
You know what? Maybe
So, sorry, go.
abstinence for a bit of time makes you fonder of.
100%. So I don't know whether if... I'm just trying to think about my plans then. Like... Because I was essentially going to have been off the beers for
The next 2 months.
a bit over 3 months leading in.
Yeah, because you've been 1 month now, and yeah, you'd be.
So I did. I made it a whole month, and now I'm having a beer on my birthday. So I guess I.
Oh yeah, fuck. Sorry, shit. I can't just stop swearing. I'm just like covering the microphone. Happy birthday, bro.
Thank you. Cheers.
I was trying.
You know what? That news couldn't have come at a better time, really, because now I feel okay about having a couple of drinks tonight.
Because you found out as I walked into the gym, or like were just finding
As
out?
I was driving here, I got the email.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I called Taylor because she's doing it as well, and I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
Because I walked into
We're
you
off.
talking to her about it, and I was like, oh, that's bad news.
yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of knew it was coming. I don't know. I think for me, I really struggle to make that first couple of weeks of not drinking. So once I've got that first couple of weeks, it's not that hard for me anymore to continue to be like, no. And then I guess now that I got that email, I'm a bit like, okay, well, I'm going to have a beer today just because I guess every week where you're not like, where you're doing that, I'm not drinking, I'm building, training, building, which like, this is exactly what you're feeling now,
Yeah.
but way further down the track than what I am, is you build, and you're getting more and more highly strung to then the time where you actually compete. And then once the competition's over, you can let your hair down and relax. So you actually kind of, I'm not really at the stage where I need it, but you probably need that let your hair down moment now, because as you lead closer into a big competition and your training's peaking and your stress levels are getting higher, like you end up really highly strung and you really need that unwind moment. So I think that's important. And I think it's probably not a bad thing even for me to have a beer today and maybe over the next couple of weeks and then start again rather than trying to like carry it off for an extra month and a half than I would have. But I don't know, maybe that's just me making an excuse to have a beer.
You know, we've talked about this a few times in talking about the habit of not drinking and whether it's the act of not having toxins in your body that makes you perform better or the thought of you being better that makes you perform better. And if it is the thought of you being better that makes you better, that, you know, you deciding not to drink, you refusing makes you feel like you're doing something, then yeah, like you don't have to do it that far out.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I've noticed the last couple of days, like, I don't know if it's actually just because I am getting fit up or what, but even on workouts that I'm normally like, man, this would soul crush me, I feel pretty good doing this. Like, it's not really hurting me that bad. Like, I felt like I was really on the up and up with most of my training. Like, fitness was feeling good. Gymnastics not feeling the best at the moment, but that's fine. Like, my strength work's been feeling maybe not body.
Why do you think your gymnastics isn't feeling good? Is it because you're not spending a lot of time on it? Or is it...
I'm probably just not doing as much volume as what I normally would moving into stuff.
And what do you quantify as like feeling really good at gymnastics?
Just the movement flowing.
Okay.
So for me, I think
like
it's contact time.
Yeah.
So rhythm.
I like that you started to use contact time.
Yeah, after you started using it. Yeah.
Because I use it for so much.
Yeah. I think for me, gymnastics is a contact time thing. Like, if I'm doing all the movements once or twice a week, they'll feel really good. But every time if I'm doing them once a fortnight, once every 3 weeks, then they feel a bit sloppy.
Yeah.
It's just like greasing the groove and getting into that groove, making it feel smooth.
Which means that you'll get that back reasonably fast.
Yeah, generally, yeah. Well, you see it like even with my strength stuff, like just firing. I don't know whether it's my firing patterns or what, but yeah. Anyway, so this coronavirus stuff is hectic, like the level that we're at. I genuinely have fears that, and this is why I think I knew that I was very surprised that they held off as long as they did with yours.
Yeah.
Because I really thought that there's no way that it's possibly going to happen.
I remember you asking me like if I was going still this weekend, and then I was like, yeah, and like at the back of my mind, I saw it in your eyes that you were like, no, you're not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I think it's like I secretly just had this want to deny the evidence that I wasn't going to go.
Yeah.
And today you had to make the decision. Like,
Well, even like even with mine being still bloody 10 weeks away, like is what your program says, still 10 weeks away. And last week I was out for dinner on Saturday night. So on Saturday night just gone. And I was like, there's no way Down Under's going to be on. Like, I'm 100% certain, or maybe 99.99% certain, sitting around a table with 7 people. They're all having a drink and I'm sitting there having water, just because 0.01% of my brain is like, don't fuck it up. Like, if the off chance that they still go ahead with this, you're going to kick yourself for having that beer tonight. Whereas now I feel like, okay, I've pushed it back a little bit.
well, what's funny is that I'm on the opposite end,
Yeah.
in that I did do that up until this point.
Yeah.
You know, for those that follow us and like our lives, like my partner was here last week for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We had weddings. It was basically a really, like, me and Kush went away. It was like an amazing time to, you know, like unwind with a bottle of wine, a couple of other things, and like, and have a good time. But like,
But are you currently the best version of you? That's what someone said to me the other day.
not right now.
Not right now while you're having a beer.
No.
Yeah. But
Now I'm a better version.
yeah.
I get that.
I think that was a really good point. Like when I said I'm pretty sure Down Under is going to be cancelled, and he said to me, he was like, yeah, but do you like? This is going to be all for nothing. And he was
I
like,
feel like I can instantly guess who said this.
yeah,
to
you know
as
exactly
well.
who said it to me. Yeah. And he goes, but is it going to have been all for nothing? Because like, how productive has your training been? Like, how productive has your work life been? And I was like, yeah, that's fair enough. Which I could. I don't want to talk about it on here.
Are you quitting?
Yeah. That thing that I went to the other day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was supposed to be linking up with them again over the next couple of weeks, but with the whole coronavirus thing, like I can't go in there anymore until that all dies down. So
But at least it's another door that's potentially opened for the future.
hopefully,
that you can play with.
yeah. There's just a offshoot of that was looking like a good opportunity that's now no longer going to be able to go ahead. But sport in Australia.
F1.
Yeah.
Everything but the NRL.
Yeah, because the NRL's so cheap. Like the NRL, that's honestly all it comes down to. Like the NRL cannot afford to lose a $10 million sponsor. like if the major sponsors of the NRL go, well, we can't give you money this year because you're not playing any games. Like that's the NRL done. Like they'll be fucked. They won't have anything in them.
Yeah. So what are they doing? Having no spectators and
No
just
spectators.
televising?
Yeah, but there's not a lot of money. I mean, a lot of money, yes, but it's not like majority of the money made in the NRL is ticket sales.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
it's
that's
other
what I was
stuff.
going to ask.
Yeah, it'd be other stuff. for
Because
sure.
yeah, a lot of it's the on-field advertising, which I still think, you know, up until maybe like 3-4 years ago, didn't realize was digitally put on to the
Really?
fields. Like I was like,
I think I
wow.
asked that question when I was about 12 when someone was like,
Yeah, I just thought like,
yeah,
like, oh, the grass looks different there.
yeah. The I thought that for a very long time when VB used to sponsor Super Rugby.
Yeah.
I think, and like the Waratahs games and stuff, and it'd be VB, it'd be over the halfway line. And I'd be like, oh, they paint that really well.
Yeah, well, it's like crazy that, I mean,
The paint
even
lasts.
that, and also like, isn't it amazing that when people run over it, like, it looks like they're running on it.
Yeah.
So like their ability to do that live or well is like,
And for it to still be done well, for it to have been done that well back in 2003, like when that sort of stuff started happening, like that's pretty wicked.
It's funny, like we pretend to be so smart about some things, yet I'm an idiot when it comes to holograms.
Yeah. Whatever you call that stuff, that technology, holographic technology. Interesting. Yeah. So do you think that Sydney or New South Wales or Australia is really on its way to a lockdown.
So Victoria is locked down?
Is it?
Yeah.
Like as in house arrest lockdown?
No, sorry. Victoria has declared them in a state of emergency, so that wasn't lockdown.
State of emergency is a release of funds.
Mm.
Yeah.
But San Francisco is in lockdown,
Yeah.
which is not in Australia.
Mm.
But like if
Follow
all of the
lead
world,
generally.
we
Yeah.
will follow.
Yeah. Well,
Unless it's, marijuana laws, in which case we will not follow
yeah.
until 10 years from now.
No, I give it 5.
You reckon?
Yeah. 5 and it'll be fully
I'll
legal.
hold
I
you to
reckon.
that.
Yeah. Do you remember I had this conversation this morning, but do you remember listening to a Rogan podcast where they started talking about the danger? What are you doing?
I don't know.
Where they started talking about the potential dangers of... What was that? You touched your shoe.
What?
Why'd you reach down and touch your shoe?
No, I was moving the shoe off the cable.
Oh.
So I can sit more comfortably.
Okay.
Because it keeps pulling. Keeps doing that.
Okay. Do you remember that episode of Rogan podcast where they started talking about what the potential dangers would be of allowing logic to be your god? So like just following purely logical thinking as your guiding light.
Mm.
Do you remember that podcast? No. So in that podcast...
I'd like to listen to it.
It's
Is
good.
it Sam Harris podcast?
No, it's not Sam Harris. I can't remember who it was. It might have been Jordan Peterson.
Mm.
It might have been a Jordan Peterson one. But anyway, he's talking about the dangers of not having a moral and ethical background to your way of thinking as well, and the danger with just thinking from a logical point of view. And I think it's really interesting because we're actually beginning to see what the result would be in Italy at the moment.
Mm.
And the result is, in Italy at least, the preferential dispensing of medicine, which is at the moment in Italy, you have people who have been declared to have not that much longer to live anyway, being denied medical treatment because of the preference of people who are younger, have dependents, have more years to live, higher up in society or whatever, and you have these elderly people dying of coronavirus sitting in the hallway of a hospital at the moment because there just isn't enough medicine for them. And it was interesting for me because I thought back to that podcast and thought, how long would it take for the world to actually, would we ever see a situation where that purely logical point of thought came into it, and we're now actually seeing it where they have such limited medicine over there for such a large number of people suffering from this disease or from the virus, to the point where people are literally being denied treatment in a fatal way. It's really interesting to see, and I guess the point of the Rogan podcast when they were talking about it was not the denying of medicine, but theirs was more towards like the population issue. If we can see from the science that our population is starting to be an issue, then from a purely logical point of view, then why would we not just cull the burdens of society? Which, as bad as it sounds, the burdens of society are the mentally ill, the disabled, the elderly,
and the religious folk.
The religious folk, yeah. It's just like, wow, it does it can happen, and it has happened. It's happening right now, and that's the danger of not having a moral or ethical guiding light, rather than just having a rationalization.
Yeah. I
think you should listen to that podcast. I think you would enjoy it.
I'll
find the one that it was.
Thoughts on what you've said. First, our humanity is what makes us, selfish but also caring, which is selfish in the sense that I need to look after myself first before I look after other people.
Yeah.
But our caring is, I need to look after you before I look after myself, despite the consequences.
Yeah.
To an extent, like a mother
caring for her child is somewhat selfish, but also somewhat selfless. Yeah.
But then, let's say, like a business owner caring for their staff in a difficult time when they're not mandated to do so is probably like a bit
It can
more
be-
selfless,
but it's also
there's a
selfish.
long term, it's selfish a little bit as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, like everything, but that duality is what makes humans and
Yeah.
us not computers. What we try to do is we try to distance ourselves from that by putting in place protocols, laws, rules, things that act as
Try and take out grey area.
take out grey area. And this brings me back to what you were talking about in Italy, because we actually do have that problem here. And the issue here, and JP actually explained it to me yesterday, is like the reason that we're not seeing people just be like, or like governments being like, hey, just go out and live your regular life, is because what we have a shortage here is ICU beds. Right? There's only so much capacity in hospitals to take care of emergency situations, and they are at capacity.
Yeah.
So every old person that comes in who needs to be like intubated or something is taken away from someone who just got hit by a car, someone who just got an overdose. And like our systems are in place to take care of the regular amount of people that get hurt, get sick, and take care of them. But this is like an extra load on the system.
Yeah.
And the problem is we do not have protocols in place to make that decision.
Yeah.
I don't know who decided that in Italy, like that's happened, maybe government.
Yeah, it'd be government,
But
for sure.
I think here in Australia, it would be up to like the people that run the hospital,
Yeah, probably.
and they'd cop a lot of flack for it. So, so we're having these issues of governance of these bodies, as well as, you know, like doctors do have, you know, an obligation as part of becoming doctors to, you know, save lives, not to do any harm.
Yeah.
So are they doing harm by turning someone away? And like, who do you save?
Yeah.
The guy who just got hit by a car, or the old person that, like, for me, I'm like, kill the old person. I mean, not kill the old person, like, let the old person die. But then if that's my grandma,
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, kill Barry.
No, I was waiting to see
Bye,
where you went with the line.
I was gonna say bye, grandma.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was waiting for something. That's why I started smiling early.
But I'm just kidding. I love my grandma,
Yeah.
and she doesn't have Facebook, so
Yeah. I'll send her the link. Yeah. Look, it's interesting. It's. Ooh. We haven't burped on this podcast for a long time because we haven't been having beers. It's interesting to see, I guess, the way things are playing out with this virus. Like, it's interesting to see how the Australian system's dealing with it. Like, I just got an email earlier on today as well, and so did Taylor, that like universities are taking their mid-semester break early.
Oh, really?
So I'm on break now.
Do you have a lot of eye-lectures as well now?
Yeah.
Compared to normal?
Oh, they're all.
Everything was
Everything's
before?
online, yeah. But they're still taking their mid-semester break early, so that means we won't have our usual autumn break. Like, my graduation ceremony got cancelled, which I wasn't going to do anyway, but I paid them to do it because I decided, stuff it, I'll go do it. And now I don't even know if we're going to get refunded. Yeah, I know, and it's even more interesting. I know we spoke about it last week, but to see how much of a panic people have gone into over it, and also not only how much of a panic people have gone into, but the panic that they have emitted has had a carry-on effect to the non-idiots of the world who didn't go out and hoard things, but now people like you and me, really, if we're smart now, thinking maybe there's going to be a house arrest or a lockdown or something coming up, we actually maybe need to go out and do that.
Yeah.
Like, it's gone from, hey, you guys are all idiots, what the hell are you doing, to, hey, you idiots have now caused it that we have to go and do that.
Yeah.
Because if we don't, we may actually run out of food at home. Like, because all you idiots took it all.
Well, there is...
Like, now it's about getting ahead of the curve as opposed to being a fuckwit. Like...
Well, it's funny because, like... So humans are essentially like social creatures.
Yeah.
The other thing that makes us human is our want to, be around other people, congregate, touch each other, hug each other, show affection. Like, so these viruses and bacteria have evolved in a way that doing just that is what spreads them. So like, not only is this sort of isolation thing terrible for us in the sense that it's forcing us to change our behaviors in crazy ways, but it's also negative for our mental health. So someone like Kush, for example, has just gone back to Canada and is in isolation for 2 weeks, where she's not working, can't see anyone, she's just stuck in her apartment. Like, what does that do for your mental health? She's a foreign person essentially in a country that, I know it's Canada, it's an English-speaking country, but she doesn't completely understand too. So like, you've got all of those factors to play into. And to be honest, until yesterday, I was also like, haha, these guys are idiots. Why are they hoarding toilet paper? But then I went out and tried to get toilet paper, and I tried to get some hand sanitizer for this place.
Yeah.
And everywhere's sold out. And I'm like, oh, this is not good.
Yeah. Yep. I also feel like, seeing as we're sort of like the first point of call for people's education, I think that we should give some good news as well, because I think that, and this was kind of something that I wanted to bring up on the podcast, is that all the news that comes from Facebook, Instagram, like media outlets, Channel 9, Channel 7, Channel 10, all that sort of stuff, you only really get to see the really bad news about this virus. And I think it's important I would suggest anyone who is listening to this and has like is in a panic mode about the virus, my first suggestion is actually go on the New South Wales Health website and actually read the fact sheets about this virus, just to calm your nerves a little bit. Because if you were to watch the news, I really think that if all you did was watch the news, the majority of people think they are at serious risk of dying from this. Everyone's going to get it, which probably isn't too far from the truth, to be honest. Everyone's going to get it. Everyone's going to be sick. People are going to be dropping dead left, right and centre. It's going to send the economy into strife, which it's going to, but I mean, fuck it, who cares? Like, we're going to have to deal with it now. It's the situation we're in. But go on the website, because the reality is 50% of the people that are getting the virus aren't even showing a symptom. So people that are going and getting tested for the virus purely because they've been in contact with someone who's had it, so they've been mandated to go and get the test, they're showing up positive without a symptom. So 50% of people don't even have a cold-like symptom. 25% of people on top of that, so from 50 to 75% of people, are having mild cold symptoms, a dry cough, sore throat, and that's the end of it. And then there's further 25% of people, of which majority are probably elderly or already immune compromised. They are having issues with it. And even on all of that, you're looking at like 6-7% that are actually at risk of fatality. And then the other remainder of that 25% are just at risk of having a pretty shitty flu.
And the virus itself isn't what's killing people. It's the pneumonia that they develop
of pneumonia
afterwards.
Yes.
Or someone who has a pre-existing respiratory illness.
Issue. Like people with emphysema, serious risk. You need to be on top of that shit. But majority of us, healthy people with good immune systems, you probably won't even know that you have the pathogen, let alone actually get sick from it.
Yeah, I think for like our age group, it might be like 0.02% death rate.
Yeah.
Which is like the
rate of people with severe emphysema.
Yeah, well, like the people that die of like the actual flu
Yeah.
I think is like 0.13 or
Yeah.
something. So it's like just a little bit higher than that.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, my point of that is you need to source different areas for information because
And probably not us. Like, go
go and actually look at it on the New South Wales Health website. But like, the information on there is where you want to be getting your gold standard information, not from the picked apart pieces that the media supplies purely to build hype.
Yeah.
Because really, in all of this, the only people that are making money on it is the media at this point.
And the other good news, guys, is if you are out of toilet paper, us at Uneducated Opinions can send you a toilet roll for a price. For just $10, we will send you toilet roll, but you also have to pay delivery.
Yes.
So it's actually $15. $15, and we will deliver a toilet paper roll to your house, wherever you are in Australia.
Really?
Yeah.
Wherever. Interesting.
In Australia.
Do you know what else is really interesting? Gun stores are running out of ammo in Australia.
That's hilarious. People are actually getting ready for the apocalypse.
But with all these other people having ammo, I feel like I need to go and get some more ammo.
That's how it works,
Yeah,
though.
I know. But that being said, I've been saying, and I should say it to Shannon as well, if we go into lockdown and we're given like a day's notice for a week's house arrest or something,
Yeah.
I'm packing my gun, packing up shit, and just
Going up the
disappearing out bush for a week and just camp and go hunting for a week. That'll be my life.
Why?
Why not?
Do you have toilet paper to take with you?
Yeah.
Oh, then you're fine.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm genuinely thinking that if like non-essential business shuts down, so that means I won't have any work to do and I won't have any uni work to do for a week or so.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take the chance to go and de-stress and go hunt somewhere for a week.
Yeah.
Which would be pretty cool. Want to come?
Maybe. I mean, unfortunately for you, if non-essential businesses have to go into lockdown, my stress level goes up. Because I still got rent to pay.
Yeah. That'll be frozen, surely. I think you'll find that'll get frozen.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think my theory is that anyone making money off a rental property won't be allowed to charge rent.
I don't think that works for commercial entities.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be in trouble.
So I mean,
Home
like,
though, I think you might be fine.
yeah. So we'll see what happens. And to be fair, like, you've seen the systems that, although what I'm trying to do to alleviate the stress of that.
But it's going to build stress because you're going to have shit to do.
That's okay, because I won't be here coaching. I have used that time to do that stuff. And you know, there are multiple things that we want to take care of. We want to take care of the members. We want to take care of you guys, like the people that work here as well. I need to take care of myself, and then I need to make sure that there is still a place to come back to when it's all over. Otherwise, we don't have a studio anymore.
Yeah.
We'll have to go back to doing it outside. Do you remember the ants that were outside?
I do.
They suck.
If you guys don't remember the ants, go back to episode 2.
It was not a good episode.
Or episode 3. Episode 3 was not a good episode. Episode 2, I stand by, is still our best episode ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, today's another birthday episode. Because that was also a birthday episode. My birthday.
Yeah, that was your birthday back then. There you go. Way back then, when you turned 40.
I can't believe you're 35 today.
I know. I can't believe it either. Yeah.
You're finally a master's.
That'd be cool. Not going to lie. Do you think I could sell it? Do you think they'd check my ID?
Yep.
Fuck.
They would.
Damn it.
As soon as you opened your mouth, they'd be like, that guy is not 35. He's got some wisdom on him. He's 60.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I feel like now that she's listening to it, I should point out that I'm definitely more educated than Sonali.
Yeah, tell me more.
Go on. Well, she can't spell.
Her grammar is not great, but she did not know
Is that
I
because
would
English
send that
is a
to
second
you.
language?
Kind of? No. English is our only language.
So she's not even bilingual?
Yeah, none of us are bilingual.
Who's us?
Like us 3 siblings.
Okay.
So he's talking about my sister Sonali.
Mm.
We've got another sister as well.
Mm. There you go. So you're all useless.
We are.
Mm.
But you don't blame us. You blame our parents. It's bad parenting
Yeah.
that we were not taught our native tongue.
Mm.
Were you taught your native tongue?
Yes.
I can speak your native. Or yeah.
Yeah. That was pretty good, actually. That's exactly what we sound like. Mm.
Are we going to describe this beer at all?
No.
Nah, doesn't warrant describing.
No, it does. It's really good. Okay, I'm just going to read the back.
I read the back already. I'm just going to say, it's like soup. I actually think the smell is better than the taste.
It does smell good. Sometimes
burped too.
you've just got to say cheers to homegrown talent. Hazy DC is born from an all-Aussie lineup of hops. Lovable, Larrikin Galaxy, Vic Secret, and Enigma throw up the horns with mango and pineapple, all wrapped around smooth malt profiles and a riff of bitterness. For those about to slurp, we salute you. So, what I'm really getting from this beer, is
It's weird that I can't fit this whole thing in my mouth and they want me to slurp it up.
It's quite hoppy. It's got hints of mango and pineapple, fairly smooth malt profiles, and just a bit of bitterness.
Yep.
And that's what I'm getting from this beer.
So I feel like I don't know what hoppiness is because I don't feel this is like a gross hoppiness.
No, it's not a gross hoppiness, but it's definitely hoppy.
But like I think our Furphy is hoppier than this.
Furphy is hoppier than this, but the Furphy doesn't have the fruitiness to disguise the hops. Whereas this definitely does.
I rate it.
Yeah, I like it.
If anyone
Adrian,
ever
well
wants... Oh, sorry. Here you go.
Adrian, well done. Thank you.
Thank you, Adrian. And Adrian actually sent this to us. So he ordered it to my house. If anyone ever wants us to taste their favorite beers or beers they think that we'd like...
Andy's address is...
I endeavor you to do the same thing. Just reach out. It would be really cool. Actually, Adrian's brought me a bunch more beers.
Has he?
He actually brought me some when he came to my... When he
Actually,
came to
I've
stay
got
with
a
us.
whole advent calendar of beers that I haven't touched at home because I've been not drinking.
Awesome. Yeah, I've got a case just there
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, so after our discussion over the phone on Sunday night, does my program now need to be adjusted now that I'm not 10 weeks out from Down Under?
Yeah, but you just get like an extra 4-week cycle on top of that.
Extra 4 weeks?
4.5 weeks. This went to April...
This went to
No, May 20th. And where are you at now?
July 2nd.
July 2nd. Yeah, so it's an extra
So just
month.
we just follow it how it is now and then add an extra 4.5 weeks on top?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you just basically... It's actually better because what we do is we'll just peak your deadlift and then you won't need that for the extra 4 weeks. So we can...
Let it relax.
Let that relax, the stress of that, and just focus on the things that matter. Because
Like a one-arm snatch?
one arm snatch, your capacity for handstand push-ups and stuff. Because and maybe we can use that for like that. As we get closer, we can start actually seeing where your gymnastics needs to be,
Yeah.
and start maybe being more fluid with.
Well, we have 2 events now.
Yeah, so you've got the ring dip. Is it ring dips, handstand push-ups, and burpees or something? I looked at it very briefly.
We have 30, 20, 10 strict handstand push-ups, toes to bar, dumbbell snatch.
Well, I'm really happy that we've been doing a bunch of strict handstand push-ups up until now. So actually, we should change. I think you get to do kipping handstand push-ups. So we'll change that
To strict.
back to strict.
Okay, that's fine. Strict handstands have always been a strength of mine, so.
I know, but if it's even more of a strength.
Yeah, no, I'm not complaining about it at all.
So wait, what was the workout again? I think this is actually getting to me.
Yeah, it is.
'Cause I don't remember what I just said.
30, 20, 10 strict handstand push-ups, toes to bar, and dumbbell snatch.
Ooh, we can start doing some dumbbell stuff. Do you have a lot of dumbbell stuff in your actual fitness program? Also, how are you finding it coordinating two coaches? Is that difficult for you, or you're like, do you think like a lay person would be able to do that?
Yeah, I'm just giving you guys both information. I'm not telling either of you to change anything.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you my results from your program and him my results from that program.
Yeah. And are you, like, is he changing stuff, considering what I'm doing?
Not really. I haven't really sent him what you're doing anymore.
Ah, okay. Because I've changed stuff from what you've sent me. Like, I give you a lot less,
pull up stuff.
yeah, like, and just work in general. Because I'm like, oh, this will sort itself out.
Yeah.
So I just worry that maybe the volume will be too light for you. Not too light, too little for you. I think I'm drunk.
Yeah. So let's
So
talk.
I'm having a bender tonight as well.
Are you?
It looks like it's going that way.
Okay, fair enough. On a Tuesday. So if I was just starting to feel this week, really, like my fitness was really there, maybe I need to just make sure I have a month and a half away. I don't have any drinking from a month and a half out. This was going to be 3 months out,
Yeah.
but they've postponed it, so fuck them.
Yeah, a month and a half, I think, I was about to say 2 months, but then I was like, no, really a month and a half is enough. I think if I was to do what I did again, I would say like a month and a half is what I really needed to like just be really strict.
Yeah. Fuck. I really feel like I was on a roll. So I know yours is much like more serious because it was much closer, but
I feel like I'm over it.
yeah.
I forgot it until you brought it up. Now I'm sad.
Yeah.
No, you were on a roll. Stupid Coronas. If anyone ever sends us a Corona beer, that would be nice.
Yeah. Have we had Coronas on this before?
Wouldn't it be funny if Vin Diesel died from coronavirus?
It would be
Oh, sorry, not funny.
ironic. I don't think it's funny when anyone dies.
No.
But hey.
But like,
I guess if someone dies in irony, it can be amusing.
Look, it wouldn't be funny. I misspoke. Just like it was ironic when Paul Walker died in a car crash.
Yes, it was ironic.
But it wasn't funny.
No, some good jokes came out of it though.
No, they didn't.
There were a few good jokes. You've made Paul Walker jokes before.
I've never made Paul Walker jokes.
Yes, you have. Just like you've made like dead baby and retarded kid jokes.
I have never made retarded kid jokes. And what does that mean anyway? I don't see colour.
Don't see colour. Oh, my book.
God, it's been so long since we've done this while we're drinking.
A beer, yeah. I'm on my way.
So coaching's going to be fun for you today?
It will be fun.
Yesterday we didn't have anyone in. It was like Jack, Zafir, Bo, Kaz,
Yesterday we didn't have anyone in, except for no.
Except for and then Brad and Lucas were in as well.
Will the three boys come in the Savo? Do you think?
I think Brad is in. I don't think Lucas is in.
And Joel?
I don't know if Joel's back from Mudgee or not yet.
Brad.
Brad's shoulder guy.
Shoulder guy.
The guy that his shoulder was sore.
Oh, okay. Right. Elbow.
Elbow.
Fucking useless.
His shoulder too. They're funny guys, eh? They're like super down to earth and cool, but like too chill.
Yeah, way too chill.
Like,
they are funny though.
Are you guys here to be athletes? Nah, we just want to get fit and
Yeah.
have a couple of beers on the weekend. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. Let's do it. You're really mad about this whole
Yeah.
thing, right?
I just don't know.
What you're gonna do with your life?
Yeah. Everything was so well planned.
Yeah. This is why you don't write 10 weeks out, man. I've told you this 100 times.
Yeah. No, I just don't know.
Are you having beer regret?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nah, oh well, I'll have another couple tonight when I get home, I guess.
Well, happy birthday, man.
Thank you. Yeah.
Are you having a
I
good
keep
birthday
forgetting it's
so
my
far?
birthday. I am having a good birthday.
Have you done anything cool today? Have you got any presents?
Yeah, I got too much.
What'd you get?
I got some shoes,
Mm-hmm.
some clothes.
Are they the wildlife clothes?
Yeah. No, they're not. I got like a polo, like a nice Ralph Lauren one.
Do you wear polos?
Not really. No. The brand, like the sublet
okay.
of Ralph Lauren.
But it's a t-shirt or it is a polo?
It's a t-shirt.
Oh, okay.
A nice Adidas pair of shoes. Some like trackies. Got a new heart rate strap.
Did you get a head thermometer? That would be useful in this current climate.
For the coronavirus. I actually think I have it anyway. I think a lot of us probably have it. But yeah, do you think that this is something that I think a lot of people don't understand, where I was about to make myself sound, I was going to contradict my own beliefs just then, but...
Were you going to say that God will save you from coronavirus?
Yeah. No, I was going to say that I think like 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 people are going to get it anyway, from just the exponential rate of spread that we're seeing from the disease, with the virus. And I was going to say, so let's look after the at-risk populations, but let's not stress too much about the people that are just going to get it and get a cold and not really worry about it. So I was going to say, is all this super cleansing of the gym and all this sort of stuff really worthwhile, or is it just a big waste of money and stress? But I also realised that part of the reason why we really, really need to try and minimise the spread, or at least slow it, is purely just because of the strain on the healthcare system.
Yeah.
Just so that we don't get to where Italy is, for example.
Yeah.
Where we're letting you die so that I can live.
Yeah, I mean, that would happen. White folk always get to live.
Whose special is that? Oh, it's Tom Segura's.
But yeah, because like what we're trying to do is slow the exponential growth so that the healthcare system can slowly build its capacity to contain it.
So I guess for those who maybe don't understand, I was listening to hear whether if someone was unlocking the door. It sounded like they were. Those who maybe don't understand
We really haven't drunk in so long.
No. Those who maybe don't understand the maths side of what we're saying with the exponential growth.
Are you going to explain exponential?
Yeah. No. I'm just going to say, like, the reason why we really need to try and slow it down is because when it's not like every day another 10 people are getting infected, right? It's if 10 people got infected today, that means tomorrow 50 people will get infected, and that means the day after that 300 people will get infected, the day after that 1,000, the day after that 10,000, and it's just, that's basically what, like, it's non-linear growth, right? Like, it's for, if you were to put a number to it, it's not for every one person that gets infected, another person gets infected. It's for every one person that gets infected that has a carryover effect to another 5, which means for that next 5, there's 25. For that next 25, there's 125. Next 125, there's 625.
Yeah.
So on
And you
so
could
forth.
describe that as like exponential growth.
As exponential growth, yeah. I feel like that was a perfect description of exponential. I put some serious thought into that over the last couple of days. Anyway, I think we should probably leave it there.
Fair enough.
Hey.
Wait. Before we stop, key things that you like. We should leave some people with things that work to help combat this coronavirus.
Don't drink because it lowers your immunity.
Yeah, don't do things that lower your immunity. When you're added, like a lot of our population that listen to this, watch this, are like train at gyms. Make sure you wash your hands when you get to the gym to prevent the spread to within the gym. Make sure you wash your hands after you finish training. On any piece, and these are things that we're implementing within our gym itself. Is like, make sure you wash your hands. Make sure you wipe down any equipment that you use straight after you use it. With there are certain things that actually work and certain things that won't work. So like sodium-based cleaners, I don't think are as effective. Alcohol-based cleaners are very effective. Anything that's 70% plus alcohol. So anything ethanol-based.
I've heard drinking ethanol will stop you from getting infected.
My dad holds to the fact that his heavy drinking of scotch has stopped him from getting coronavirus. I do not think that is completely accurate because he's only drinking like 34% alcohol.
Pussy.
Yeah. So alcohol based, I think like quartz ammonium based cleaners also work too. So like spraying wipes and
You're
things.
talking to someone who that's not making any sense to.
Alright, well, anyway, these are things that you can look for. So like if you're getting like eucalyptus based cleaners, that's probably not going to do anything.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. That was probably something you should have led with.
Yeah, because that's all that's left at the stores.
Yeah, okay.
And a lot of hand wipes, especially like baby wipes and stuff, are sodium based. So they're probably not going to do as good a job. And they'll also probably
But something's better than nothing.
That's true too. You might. The best thing to do is just wash your hands, stop touching your face, don't touch other people, wear a rubber, like that kind of stuff.
Well, you know, if coronavirus has done one thing.
Stop Tinder.
Stop Tinder, yeah. No, it's made me realise that I have an obsession
with touching your face?
touching my face.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Anyway.
Like, I just stand there just like...
Yeah, I know. You can't help it.
Rubbing my eyes.
Anyway, guys, thanks for listening to episode 27. Or is it actually 28?
20, I don't know.
Episode 27/28 of the Uneducated Opinions. You can find me on Instagram at SteveNorman250. You can find Andy at Train with Andy. You can follow us at Uneducated Opinions. Make sure you follow us on Facebook as well. Hit that little subscribe button and the little notifications bell on YouTube. Go check out the YouTube video if you don't normally. It's a little bit more interesting. You get to see our nice little banner. You can see the beers that we're drinking in 500ml cans, not 375. And you can see us doing stupid shit like some of the little things that you don't see normally.
Also, if you have a technique video that you want us to diagnose and dissect, so that can be anything at all. Last week we had someone sculling a beer, Adrian, brilliant job. The week before we had some snatch technique. So we're actually experts in a lot of things. A lot of things. So yeah, any of those videos would be cool. If you have any suggestions on topics, we'd love for you to talk to tell us about them. We do have some on the way that we haven't talked about yet. And lastly, remember that offer of toilet paper. Yes. That actually does stand. So just DM us on Instagram at Uneducated Opinions, and we'll give you our bank details. You pay us the $15, and I will promise I will send you a roll. If anyone actually does this, it'll be hilarious.
Yes, we need to start.
We'll even sign it.
Yeah, I'll sign it. Man, I'm pretty pissed. I'm not gonna lie.
I haven't drunk in 3 months.
Alrighty, guys. See you later.